Oh, freedom, freedom over me. Before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, thank you so much. As I share with you briefly in this moment, if I can,
Absolutely. It's
my name is Kevin Johnson. I'm an employee of the Connecticut State Library History and Genealogy Unit. And what you have just witnessed is the 180th time of telling that story of Mr. Jordan Freeman. It always takes so much out of me because I try to really dive into the character and share there are moments, even in presenting the story, that my mind is running with so many thoughts and things in the moment. I just kind of get so caught up. And even in this moment here is a huge moment for me. The first time that I ever had a chance to present right here on Fort Griswold. So can we give that a big? This is exciting. This is a lot of nerves are going. Oh, and everything is going. I am truly excited about it. But how I got started sharing the story of Jordan Freeman came years back. I was presented Civil War soldier. Tell the story of Private William Webb of the 29th Connecticut Volunteers. Been sharing that story for years, and I was doing some more research, which even for this particular story, the research never stops. I'm still trying to find as much information about Jordan's life that I can, and so in doing my job at the State Library and digging through the records and trying to find more information, I came upon two books that really triggered my interest in the American Revolution that I would have never thought, even sharing the story of Private Webb. But one of my good friends, Mr. Dave White, who has passed away now, put together a bicentennial book. If you don't have it, this is a great book for your collection to be able to share the full story of the American Revolution, but also to share Connecticut's part in the war that African Americans did participate. Jordan Freeman is one of those gentlemen. So I was going through this book and came across this big boulder here to my right, your left, of Jordan Freeman piking Captain Montgomery. And that sparked something in me. That triggered a thought, boy, who is this guy? I need to know something about him. Not knowing that I would begin to portray his story, but some of my good friends from the DAR, yes, they're in the crowd, but that invited me to come and just share a part of Jordan Freeman's story. Would have never imagined, here it is, some 15, 16 years later, still sharing the story, and I still get so overwhelmed by the emotional turbulence of the story. For me, it is a rocky story because it is at the beginning of our country's history. And one of the things that in my research is looking at African Americans during the period, and you heard me share it throughout, this thing called freedom. That was the longing. And so that's been my tagline in the story. And so Jordan Freeman's story represents that. Every time I get a chance to put on the clothes, it reminds me that I'm getting ready to step into an American hero. And so I enjoy that. Truly a patriot. And so by his death and his action, not having to be at the fort, but yet he went there where he lost his life. And so for me, that is a hero. Someone who was willing to sacrifice his life for the cause of the country as well as family that was in this area. This second book you may want to get for you historians is called The Colored Patriots of the American Revolution. If you don't have it, it is a great book for your collection. This is one from our collection at the State Library. It is signed out to me, so that way none of our users can borrow it for long term. So I keep it in my office with me, but this is one of the great documents. William C. Nell is the author. He's an African-American historian who actually began that journey into discovering those African patriots that served in the Revolution. And he began going through the 13 colonies. And what I like with it, he gave basic introduction, just trying to find who served and finding relatives. And he began to put this book together. And many people, even from today, still look at William C. Nell, History of African Americans in the Revolution. Great book. If you don't have it, please try to find one. Do not come to the State Library because it's on my desk. But Jordan Freeman's story is one that really grabs me, and I hope that I did it some justice. Did I do okay with the story?